The
can't hear
last
anything you guys are saying, so I'm just hearing like.
Everybody, welcome to this third episode of the podcast, which finally has a name, and it also has a different guest this time. And we are hoping to explore new territory with the new guest. And just to introduce what the podcast name is all about, we are naming it "Why This," and the the whole thinking behind that is that in each episode we want to take up a movie or a TV show, and we want to talk to you about why exactly this particular movie is something that we find interesting, and why you should maybe go back and watch again.
nice.
So if there's anybody who has watched the previous episode and you're here watching the third one, please tell us why you're here so we know what our USPs are. So we can bank
Yes,
in on them hard.
all 10 people will be commenting on the video.
Yeah.
Yes,
So I
10
think
people
from
watching? Are you serious? That's mad, dude.
There was like 10, 15 views the last time I saw the last episode.
bro, now there are
Woo!
80. There are 80 now, bro.
There's 80
Making bank,
views.
making bank.
80 views, yeah. I mean,
Damn.
Yeah.
20 of that is me, but I mean, it still counts. So,
It's still counts.
so I think
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
I guess from the title of this video, it's clear what movie we are taking up. We are taking up Dil Dhadakne Do, which, as pointed out by Rohan Marathe, has completed 5 years. So yeah, before we like jump into exactly what the movie is and why we feel it's interesting, I'll just quickly lay out the format of the podcast. We are going to have three segments to this. We covered this in the last episode as well, but if there's anybody new here, which I highly doubt, but anyway.
Hopefully.
Um, so the first segment is the what, where we talk about very briefly what the movie is about. We cover things like plot points, technical stuff. The second segment is where we cover things like the cinematic aspects of the movie and why we should watch the movie from a very artistic perspective. And the third segment is probably the one that we find most interesting for most movies that we'll be taking up, which is the personal appeal of the movie and why we feel this is like a movie that we hold close personally. So that's the three
essentially
brief
uh, essentially the essentially we want to answer the question for you as to if you're selecting a movie, then why it should be
By
this
this.
movie. Get it? Because
segments.
it's why this.
Round of applause. Round of applause for English. Wow. Pretty wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, let's dive into what the
Wait,
movie.
wait. So I don't get an introduction. Do I not get an introduction as to my illustrious history on this channel and everything?
What?
Like, come on.
Please,
I think I
please
deserve one.
enlighten us. Please enlighten us as to what. Okay, so Rohan,
Yeah,
if any
let's.
of you have watched the bloopers that are also existent on this channel for some strange reason, the finger that is tickling the imaginary balls, that is Rohan. He is also at various points featured in me being shouting at him about how it's Chris Pratt and not Chris Evans. And he's also one of our closest friends, unfortunately, and that's why
Wow.
he has begged
I
to
am
be
the
on this
reason.
video.
I am the reason the both of you know each other. These guys were in the same school for 3 years,
Yeah,
and
that's
then they
actually
didn't know each other
yeah, yeah.
until the time I introduced them. So I
but
mean,
but bro, I
please.
mean, like apart from that fact, nothing about your history is illustrious. So I mean,
Oh,
let's not.
please. I am the reason this channel exists, guys. I am the reason this channel exists. Come on.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So,
Yeah, you
okay,
are one third
Also,
the
maybe
also,
that's
can you
how
just
you
point
want to
out the
put it.
fact that I was your first ever cameraman and your first ever editor before Google learned how to edit and just outcast me.
Yes, that is
Are
true.
you not going to
That is
address
that
true.
that?
is
That is
true.
true.
That is
Rohan,
true.
Come on.
yes, that is true. Rohan is responsible for being cameraman and editor for all our unreleased videos. So he does share that extremely prestigious designation. For all
Illustrious.
unreleased material, Rohan was responsible. So yes.
Yes, yes, yes. That is the best content that you'll ever see on YouTube. I can guarantee you that.
No, that is the best content
Yeah.
you'll never see on YouTube.
Yeah,
More
that's true.
accurate.
That's true. That's true.
So with that, let's dive into the first segment, which is the what. So let's talk about what the movie is, and um, once you watch the movie, it's fairly clear that it's more or less a high society take on a dysfunctional family and how they navigate their interpersonal interpersonal relationships and stuff within the environment of like an enclosed environment of a cruise. So I think that addition was really something that added a lot of added something different to the dynamic of a family, which is the fact that it's not like an everyday environment where it's something it doesn't take place in a city or things like that. It takes place on a ship. So there's that added sense of feeling of being trapped where you can't really escape from a conflict. So I think that's what was really interesting about this movie. Apart from that, we've seen a lot of movies about dysfunctional families and stuff, but this element is what made it unique to me. So
Right.
yeah, is there anything you want to add about this?
No, I think that's
I feel to
basically it. कि
me,
मतलब no matter how rich you are, तुम्हारा life तो वैसे भी झंड हो ही
yeah,
होएगा ही. मतलब it doesn't
Correct.
matter
this was
how rich you
basically
are.
a
That
basically a Zoya Akhtar's take on the fact that problems and issues about a rich family can also be relatable to like the everyman. And she
Right.
noticed this with ZNM Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, and she like अमीर लोगों के बारे में पिक्चर बना के चल सकती है and it can be relatable. So this
Right.
was like just a master stroke in that category. That although they're
Correct.
super rich and
no,
super
but I
affluent,
really think no, but I
yeah,
really think that's one of the big advantages of Zoya. I think
yeah,
because what she's done with all of these movies is that she's allowed she's asked us to relate with the feelings and the characters. She's not asked us to relate with the situations in large part until these guys came in with their new age, not new age I would say, but like the cinema that we've grown up on, our formative years per se, like so from around 2009 ish onwards, I'm saying. Before that,
Hmm.
it was always cinema was always rooted in relatability. कि मतलब if that guy looks like you, then he is you. These, I think,
Right.
Ayan Mukherjee, all of these guys, they were the first to ask us to not relate with the characters' situations. They were the first to
Ayan
ask us to relate
Mukherjee
with
with
the
like
characters'
Wake Up Sid and
sense.
then Zoya Akhtar. Yeah.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
क्या बोला?
Ayan Mukherjee did the same thing with Wake Up Sid. He showed
Exactly.
he showed how a spoiled kid's life can still be like relatable and likable as cinema.
Right,
Right.
because they weren't asking us to relate anymore with the situation. They were asking us to relate with
Ah.
the emotions of the character, which are
Hmm.
universal, which all of
Right.
us feel. We all feel a sense of distance from our father. We all feel a sense of longing with somebody who maybe we can't necessarily have.
Hmm.
It's all a mixed bunch like that. So that was something that I really like. And Zoya Akhtar has managed to really turn into that dynamic. She's managed to really capture that whole thing. Irrespective of, even if I know that a cruise for 10 days in Turkey and Greece is highly aspirational for me, but
Yeah.
the film seems oddly close to my heart, something that I can really identify, I can see myself in. So I think that's a
Correct.
really good part about this film.
True.
I guess that sums up what the movie is about and the main structure of the story that it follows. So let's get to the second part of this, which is where we'll talk about things like we talk about the movie from a more cinematic perspective or from a more artistic perspective, and uh, there may be points in the movie that we feel really stood out to us for cinematic brilliance or technical aspects. So when I think of that, the first thing that comes to my mind is the song Galla Gudiya,
Mm. Mm.
and how
Which is
it,
every mother's favorite song, by the way. Every like
yeah,
uncle auntie's
yeah.
favorite song.
Which is every uncle auntie's favorite song for Sangeet. You should also mention that,
Yeah.
because
Or
there is
or
now
two
a
drinks down.
fixed
Two drinks down.
or two drinks down.
But that's how
uh,
it's shot also. It's shot also
yeah,
like it's like a family song where everybody starts gets involved progressively more and more as the song goes on. So I mean
correct.
it
Right.
has that like relatability factor.
Right. Also, funny story. A lot of people think that this is a one-take song, and while also shot very admirably, I
Correct.
have read somewhere that there are 2 or 3 very, very soft cuts. Like it's
Ha
not
ha.
something that's very noticeable. That's why it flies as a one-take song, but it's not actually a one-take song. Having said that, even with 2 or 3 cuts, that
Two or
song is
Ha.
a
three.
piece of art. Matlab,
Yeah,
even,
just
no matter how many cuts you make in that,
yeah.
it's for the sheer scale of it, it is admirable. And I'm not taking
Exactly.
anything away from the shooting of that song when I say that it has 1 or 2 soft cuts. Having said that, it is not a one cut.
Yeah. I mean, in a lot of movies we hear this thing कि ये एक scene है जो one cut है. Like the very popular example is Birdman, where they said
Yeah.
the whole movie is a one cut. But in most of these cases
Right.
there are some hidden cuts everywhere. क्योंकि realistically speaking, logistically वो सब manage करना is very difficult. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah. Plus the technical aspect of that is कि there's a guy with a huge camera and two guys standing beside him moving through a crowd.
Yeah.
So you obviously
Yeah.
have to choreograph in such
Right.
a way कि people don't move across the frame in a way you don't want them to, or they don't crash into the camera. So
That's true.
even
It's very
even though
smart. It's
you
very
have
smart like
so even though you have like 10 or 12 main characters, you have to choreograph the entire crowd so that they know where they are when they have to be there.
Right. Right.
True. True.
You
True.
can't you
So
can't just tell them कि अभी नाचो because
हाँ
invariably they
exactly.
might come in. Yeah.
हाँ मतलब
That's
कोई
true.
ज्यादा फ्लो में घुस के इधर बीच में आके नाचने लगा तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा ना.
अभी चाचा तुम नाचेगा तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं होएगा क्या?
So speaking of the technical aspects and how they've been managed well in this movie, what are some aspects that you guys want to explore?
I think the sheer like cinematographically the shots they've taken, like important shots when they are in the Turkish bath and Priyanka Chopra tells her mother some the first signs that she might be not happy in her marriage, or the
Hmm.
first time that Farhan Akhtar meets Rahul Bose, that is in like a basically huge coliseum like structure.
Hmm.
These things like add up a lot, because who would have thought like the first conversation a daughter has with a mother about going through a divorce is in that Turkish bath, right? Like it's not
Correct.
something very obvious. So they still manage to find like an intimate moment there. So I think Zoya Akhtar should be like India's unofficial ambassador from Europe, because wherever she does her movies, udhar ka tourism just goes bonkers. Like I read something like after Zindagi Na Milegi, Spain's tourism in the last 9 years have went like this, and I'm
Oh
sure
God.
some of that has
Yeah.
happened for Turkey and Greece as well. So she really
Right.
knows her stuff, and obviously her DOPs and everything in EDs, that they really know their stuff as to like
Correct.
where to film these important moments. So I think that is one commendable thing.
A lot of the times a lot of the times that even in the framing, like while we're on DOPs, a lot of the times that the framing that they've used uses color it uses color very refreshingly because they're on a cruise. So ostensibly the only colors that are going to be there are white, which is the color of the ship, and blue, which is the color of the sea. But even in that contrast, they manage because if you look at the color scheme of the whole movie, it's more or less in those cool colors only. It very few times it actually goes into like
Even
red in
even
terms
their
of
even
clothing
their
scheme. Vagara.
costumes are like that. Even their costumes
Correct.
are like
Correct.
that.
Correct, exactly. But even in my mind, limited range of colors in terms of only staying on the cool spectrum, they've
Hmm.
managed to bring in sufficient variety that you can still discern कि ये अलग है, ये अलग है, ये अलग है. And the way they've created those frames, it's a very refreshing, and the colors really pop. So that's something I really liked on that one.
Right. Right.
What I really liked about this film and the way they've shot it is that they've managed to really capture conversation and awkwardness, if I can put it that way. They've managed to
Right.
capture awkwardness very succinctly. Because if you look at every shot that so humans by nature are awkward. I think there are very few times that you actually manage to pull off something to
Exhibit
be
A,
exactly
B,
the
and
way you
C.
want it to in your mind.
क्या sorry?
What did he say? क्या बोला?
He said humans are awkward. I said exhibit A, B, and C are right here.
हाँ,
Correct.
मतलब exactly. No, and I don't think it's A, B, C also. It's A through Z, then double A through double
Yeah.
Z, because every human is by nature
True.
awkward. There are very few people who can actually pull off talking like you do in a film. So
Right.
it's very rare to see such an accurate depiction of that in film, and the way they've done it, I mean, from what I observed is that they've managed to hold on to the character that says the awkward line, and instead of directly cutting to the reaction of any other person in that conversation, they've managed to hold the camera on that person only to see their
Mm.
own reaction to what they have said. Because more
Right.
often than not, when you're emotionally heightened, you say something and you realize it's wrong in that moment, but you can't back off instantly. So you're waiting for the other person to say something just so you can agree with them. But in that moment, you have the understanding that what you have said is wrong. So
Right.
that's a very complicated set of emotions to portray. And somehow all humans, I mean,
Makes
uh,
sense.
as much as I'd like to credit actors with doing what they have because they've managed to capture that emotion fantastically, but it, it's a very natural thing to do. I think it's a very natural reaction and a very natural thing to have captured very effectively. So that's something I really like. I mean, especially if you look at the shot when when the Mehra family is finally having their first honest conversation. Ki, matlab, when they're in the I don't know when they're in the holding of the ship. I want to say just
Uh-huh.
after Anil Kapoor has had his heart attack, and
Yeah.
Kabir finally goes, सब
That's
ऊपर
the
ऊपर से बात कर
best.
रहे हैं,
That's the best
अंदर
thing.
की बात तो कोई करना ही नहीं चाहता. That's it's such a and that whole conversation, it's so
Correct.
beautifully taken. And I think Kabir Mehra is the best I don't know, best characterization of this awkwardness, because even that shot where he's
True.
just laughing because
Yeah.
his parents have sat
Yeah.
down and they've told him कि दूरी से तुम्हें शादी करनी है, and he's लेकिन मुझे
What's
He's
so
मुझसे
like
नहीं
funny?
करनी,
Carly.
उसे भी मुझसे
What's
नहीं
so
करनी.
funny?
No, but the
It's
so when I saw that scene for the first time, I was like this is the same cliche stuff, right? अरे कोई बात ही नहीं करता, and then they'll talk about it and then they'll sort it out. Oh, we're together as a family. That moment comes, but a little later in the film, and that's a little subdued. But the best reaction is his mother. He says कोई बात ही नहीं करता, and his mother like क्या बात करनी है तुम्हें? And that is
Ah,
every Indian mother ever. Like you start talking, oh, I want to talk about something deep. I want to talk about something philosophical. क्या बात करनी तुम जाओ काम करो. That is the
क्योंकि
accurate response in that situation. That
yeah, I guess with that out of the way, the third segment is what is going to be very interesting to talk about, which is why we find this movie personally appealing. And I think, I think to me the thing that really stood out was the sibling dynamics that are there in the movie. And I feel that after having watched the movie a few times, um, हाँ बोल बोल
I have
अटक
one
गया
question. I have one question here. Whenever you
हाँ बोल
finish, I just have one question.
okay okay
I know what this
I
is.
just have one question. After you finish, I just have one question.
I know what
okay
this is.
I will come back to you. So like after having watched the movie a few times, I feel that despite the movie being about dysfunctional relationships, I think the core of it is the sibling relationship between Ranveer's character and Priyanka's character. And the reason I personally relate to it a lot is because I see aspects of it in my own relationship with my sister, and I think that it really adds a layer of like relatability for it to me, because I'm putting all of their situations into my own life and seeing how they match up and whether the conflicts that they are having are also things that I have. And yeah, I mean, I think that's why it's really interesting. So yeah, what question did you have for me, Aditya?
I, yeah. Are you Kabir or are you Aisha?
Very very good question. I shall have to think about that.
If you have to think about it, you're probably Kabir Jai.
Yeah, I mean, I was also leaning towards Kabir, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the most fascinating part for me is Anil Kapoor's character, right? Because he is like he has so many conflicts going on in his life here. Bhai. He's one hand he's cheating on his wife. Second hand he has to handle his wife. On the third hand, company घाटे में है. On the fourth hand, bhai beta nikamma. So not nikamma exactly, but like later on he does like things that he would consider unbecoming for his family, which is go after go after someone who is not from his religion and from totally different socio-economic background. By beti ka bhi divorce ho raha hai, but at the same time, I have to use my son as sort of the hedge to save my company, right? And still, after all this, I have to put up a happy face and like show ki sab changa si for the world. So I
uh,
feel that aspect is very interesting for me because when you're rich, I will in that movie it's very so that it's like people think that when you're rich everything is fine, right? Like in general parlance. But they've shown कि भाई ऐसा भी हो सकता है where things are not going right. You have to do questionable things, but you still have to at the end of the day put a happy face on because that's the society that you have ended up in. I feel that essence, and
Right.
I think that just culminates in the fact that when he has that conversation with Kabir, where where Anil Kapoor is on the treadmill and he comes and he says कि मैं निकल जाऊंगा. He's like जा निकल, खुद से दो पैसे कमा के दिखा कुछ. You'll go out, nobody will give you two fucks because
Uh,
though you are
yeah,
finally my son, nobody's gonna care about you if you're not that. And I feel matlab, that just captures it perfectly. So I feel that is the most interesting part of the movie.
right.
right.
For me, this whole thing was I found what I found most interesting was the funny moments because that was the single biggest selling point for me throughout the movie, that it is funny as shit. Matlab, if you look at, and that's why my favorite character, there are actually two of my favorite characters who I think have the funniest lines throughout the movie. One of them is Manoj Pahwa as as uh, as I don't remember his name now. Shit, as Rana's father, and I really liked their niece. Yeah, their niece.
Anil Kapoor's niece. Yeah.
No, or their cousin. Yeah, Anil Kapoor's niece and
Uh,
Kabir and
Yeah.
this one's cousin. Who, the girl with the specs.
The
Who
spectacle.
yeah.
Yeah.
कि यही तो
uh,
काम है तुम्हारी उम्र में बेटा. Dialogue. Oh man, I like Manoj Paw's character seems like the kind of guy I'd call and be like, "चला जनता बार चलते हैं." Like like he's the guy. भाभी जी jokes था, बच्चे तो jokes करेंगे. That's such a great attitude to have in life. He was also drunk at the time, so probably not the best thing to
Yeah. Of
be.
course.
But
yeah,
what
yeah.
a great attitude to have in life. कि भाभी जी jokes था, बच्चे तो jokes करेंगे ही. Like that's such a great place to be. So that was one place that I really liked. Also, while we're on characters, Rohan, you had that really interesting
Hmm.
observation about apna ye Nuri.
Sorry, as in the love story.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
Nuri
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
basically.
So if
Yeah.
you think about the scene where Kabir and Nuri are introduced and they go to have shots and stuff. So he very naively asks, "So what's been up?" And she tells him his whole story that my fiance went to Goa for a bachelor trip. She fell in love with a hippie and then he left me at the mandap and there was like newspaper headlines and stuff. I was like, this thing is basically the reason is like the plot conflict of Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, right? It's like that story is basically the whole reason is why Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara exists is because Kalki is very insecure about him going on a trip and then the whole conflict and everything happens. So I feel that this Zoyak are doing that and again with I think what you pointed out that they planned their next movie in some song. So this is something very cool that she seems to be doing.
Yeah, yeah. So
And
this
have
whole
Yeah.
section of the
If we can just very shortly, just one, I'd like to take one small detour before we get back to personal appeal.
uh,
If you look at the chronology of movies, Rock On had in the title track of Rock On, there was the end of
Zindagi
it
Na
said
Milegi Dobara. Yeah.
Zindagi Lege Dobara had in the title track Dil Dhadakne Do.
yeah,
And now in Dil Dhadakne Do, there is the next movie title that they have announced is also a song from Dil Dhadakne Do.
Yeah.
So
right,
and they're following this kind of a pattern, which is really fun to watch if you ask me. Because every
right.
time they release a film, we're like,
This is
अच्छा
the
अभी
Rohit
next
Shetty
film का
multiverse,
title
but this
क्या
is
होगा?
what we don't get. This is the Rohit Shetty multiverse, but this is what you don't get.
This whole section of our podcast is going to be titled Theory
Uh,
Time.
yeah, but yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
personal appeal. Back to personal appeal. Sorry, huh?
adding to what Jay said, there's another very interesting sibling thing going on between Anil Kapoor and his brother, because on one hand you see Ranveer and Priyanka be like really close and be really good buds, whereas his father Anil Kapoor and his brother, he basically treats him like an assistant, and I think Priyanka says it
Right.
also कि आप चाचू को assistant जैसे क्यों treat करते हो? So
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's also a very interesting thing that's going on. He basically talks to him like shit, or like treats him like someone really below and makes him do all his work. But like he's okay with it because he's like, oh, at least I'm here. At least I have something.
Right, right. And that's why when at the end, Anil Kapoor's character actually hugs him before they get onto that board.
Right.
That's why that whole thing is much more meaningful. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was our why this podcast. That was our why this for Let Me Know. It's albeit a movie about the rich and the elite. It talks about emotions that are very relatable, that are very there in all of our lives, and it also talks about. It's got, first of all, it's hilarious. It's got some great messages, especially in terms of how Sunny talks about feminism. And third, I just want to say it's a beautifully shot film. So that was the top three takeaways for me. That it's very light, it covers very
Right.
deep issues, it's very relatable, and third, it's shot beautifully. So I think that's the perfect package that I can think of.
Right.
It's a very enjoyable. Yeah.
Right, right. I think taking from what you said, Dil Dhadakne Do is basically like conflicts of everybody lifted from everyday life and put into like situation where बहुत पैसा है. बाकी conflict same ही थे.
Yeah.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
And the feminism thing, another thing that I remembered from that is from that behind the scenes video where Zoya Akhtar says that in the current climate, it's not enough. Like if you want to bring women to the forefront, then it's not just enough to push women out there. You also need to bring in new male characters into the frame. And that's also one way in which you can actually further the debate. So I think they did that well. Although they tried not to have the entire limelight of the movie being chosen by that aspect, but they addressed it well, I felt.
I feel another good good way that they've portrayed the relationship between Anil Kapoor and his wife is that so in the one of the very first scenes when they're having that conversation on the dinner table and they're fighting with each other, he says पैसे मैंने बनाए and she says support मैंने किया, and you think that's a
Hmm.
very normal thing,
Huh.
and then you
Huh.
switch a few minutes later where he's trying to raise money for his company, he's trying to get this suit to invest in it, and she in seconds says, oh, this is a good plan, this is how we're
Correct,
going to
correct.
do it. She calls up his wife. So like there are multiple moments where, oh, it's conflict but it's also support. So I feel that they've done really really well.
So yeah,
Uh,
I guess that's the episode. It was great fun to have Rohan back on this channel, and we are no doubt going to have a bump in subscribers and views because of that.
Oh yes.
Uh, we
whether
hope,
that bump is going to be a depression or an upswing, let's wait to see.
yeah, that is yet to be seen.
The jury is still out on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great episode, guys. Anybody watching, please comment down below if you have any suggestions, any movies that you want us to take up next time, any movie shows, anything is fine. And we do look at comments because we don't get a lot of those. Uh, so looking forward to what you guys have to say, if anything.
Okay. Is
Okay,
that
so
it? Is
we
that
are,
it? Finally?
yeah, we are
Thank
clocking
you guys
in.
for thank you guys for having me on. It was finally good that my face is seen for more than 2 seconds on this channel, considering all the
Uh,
work I've done for this,
Also,
considering how many
yeah,
hours.
yeah. So we are clocking in at 51 minutes now. Let's all please exit right now.
Cut.
Chalo.
Okay, bye, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank you very
for
much.
joining.
Thank you. Bye. See you. Yep.
Bye. See ya.